did you, when that got awakened within you, how did it, and that's what charged you was the awakening of missions, right?
What charged me was one picture I've never gotten past in 42 years. Our denomination did incredible work in a country called Bangladesh right after it became a country. The country was bombed to oblivion by the Pakistanis, and then India stepped in and stopped the war.
Mhm.
And then the government of, this is a wonderful story, the government of Bangladesh knew that the world would be the path to their door as tourists to see beautiful Bangladesh. I promise this is true. So to get ready for this huge influx of tourists, they sent army trucks into the capital city of Dhaka. They turned over garbage cans and cardboard boxes. They went up the drainage ditches. They rounded up 44,000 refugees, put them in army trucks, drove 10 miles north of Dhaka to a little field called Tongi, and they literally dumped 44,000 people behind a big fence in less than 1 square mile called Tongi, and they gave it and gave all those people to us. So the first question is, how do you get food and water for 44,000 people who are behind a big fence? And the answer is you can't do that. It can't be done. So what we did do is we ran a fence down the middle of this refugee camp. If you're on one side, you were fed one day. If you're on the other side, you were fed the next day. We could only get bread, and we could get water, but we could only get bread and things like that from Burma and neighboring countries by begging for it to please send something we can feed these people. They were dying of tuberculosis, of malaria, of diarrheas. It was just a terribly tragic situation. I have a photograph of a little boy sitting beside that fence. No shirt, no shoes, just a pair of shorts on, and his little loaf of bread like this. And that child took that loaf of bread and he broke it, and he passed half of it through the fence and put half of it in the hands of a stranger.